Dock workers are now on strike at ports from the East Coast to the Gulf of Mexico. Frank Holland joins us right now. He's got the latest on this. He is right there on the picket lines. And Frank, what's happening?
Hey, good morning, Becky. As many as 50,000 longshoremen went on strike at just after midnight this morning, shutting down East and Gulf Coast ports, disrupting the U.S. supply chain, and according to many industries, increasing prices and reducing availability of products going into the key holiday season. As you mentioned behind me, we see some ILA members here gathering right now. Many of them have been here since just after midnight. Earlier this morning, the union actually released some video of the ILA president making a very fiery speech to members about the contentious negotiations with port operators who are known as the USMX.
We're going to keep this thing going every day, in and out. We're going to be on the news. We're going to win this thing. Trust me. They can't survive too long, and we're going to get what the we deserve. Believe me. God bless all of you for being here. Thank you.
And the union is asking for higher pay and restrictions on automation at the port. Those are two of the key issues when it comes to this negotiation. USMX issuing a statement before the deadline yesterday saying the two sides traded counteroffers over pay. They also added our offer would increase wages by nearly 50%, also increase employer contributions when it comes to health care. They also added that it would also keep the same language when it came to port automation and also semi-automation. This strike will cost the U.S. economy as much as $4 billion a day when it comes to estimates from Jefferies and a number of other analysts and big banks out there. According to Jefferies, though, a one-day strike here at the port, that would create congestion for about a week. They say a 2-week strike, that would create congestion going all the way into early 2025. The Biden administration says they've been in contact with both the union and the port operators. They actually issued a new statement this morning. They said in part, President Biden and Vice President Harris are closely monitoring the strike at the East Coast and Gulf Coast ports. The president has directed his team to convey his message directly to both sides that they need to be at the table and negotiating in good faith, fairly and quickly. However, the Biden administration has maintained they would not use the Taft-Hartley Act to keep the ports open and also force both sides to keep negotiating. I've spoken to leaders from a number of trade groups across a number of industries, spirits, agriculture, auto parts, apparel, all of them saying this would be a big disruption to the holiday shopping season. They say it would have an impact with both businesses and also to consumers.
So we're talking about $200 million a product a day. That's going to get stopped at the ports. And that's, if that stays for a long period of time, it's going to be weeks before those goods can be cleared. In addition to shortages, you could see costs start to go up. That's tough medicine at a time when we're trying to reduce prices.
And that was the president of the American Apparel and Footwear Association talking about the impact to his specific industry. I want to talk about some of the shipping stocks here. The disruptions are already given a boost to container shipping, logistics, and air freight stocks. That includes names like Zim, Hapag-Lloyd, FedEx, C.H. Robinson, and Expeditors. Becky, back over to you.
Hey, Frank, this is really interesting, trying to figure out what exactly they want. The list of things that they've already been offered in this latest offer sounds pretty rich. A 50% pay increase, restrictions on automation to come through. Those are the two big sticking points you mentioned. What more do they want? Because they also said that they're going to be tripling the employer contributions into their retirement funds, strengthening their health care options. Have they said specifically? I mean, I've heard a 70% raise that they want, but is there anything more specific they've given?
Becky, I've heard that same number as well. It has not been officially confirmed by the union. I've reached out to them to try to confirm that. It sounds like pay really is the issue here. Even in the Biden administration statement, they really emphasized that they wanted the USMX to negotiate, keeping in mind some of the profits that they've made over recent years. The ILA president has frequently said that the container shipping companies, they made big profits during the pandemic, and he feels like that financial gain hasn't quite been passed on to union members, not even in the negotiations so far. Again, USMX saying that they offered wage increases of nearly 50%. Again, that seems to be one of the key sticking issues. I believe the ILA president is back here behind us. We're going to try to talk to him and get down to the bottom of that issue.
7:18 here on the East Coast.
I'm glad they're doing that. Good. I don't have an issue with it.
Yeah, me either. So yeah, man, this is big news when it comes to stuff that we get when it comes to cargo we get from other countries and everything. Like this is a big thing when it comes to the economy, and when it comes to the goods that we receive from other countries as well, or shipping it to another city, which is very important. So go ahead, King, man. Tell people how how ports are important when it comes to our economy and everything.
Very, very important. This is how we get a lot of the things that we buy. And this is where they start calculating the prices, depending on where it came from, how tough it is. That's the basic economics. But I am going to tell you something that a lot of people might not like. I want automation to come. Like they're protesting for what? They're going to lose. You cannot stop technology. Technology is going to come and replace jobs. The thing that a lot of people fail to understand, like, it's the same way where we used to dig the holes. Now we got things to dig the holes for us. You're going to have to evolve. So if automation doesn't come, that means that we're going to pay them a higher price where we're going to feel the price of products and goods. People got to study is basic economics. You pay workers to do these things. And if you go back and see the amount of accidents that happens on the port and the lives that get lost every day, you need automation. If you want that new jacket you got to be lower than what it is, automation. The only reason why Teslas are so inexpensive now, because he started making them with robots. The Model 3 is about $15,000 right now. Yeah, the depreciation hits, but as soon as you're going to get this, things are going to be cheaper. Yes, you're not going to have a job, but you're going to have to learn to evolve in that. If you want to work on a port now, learn how to work the machines that drop and fix the thing, and they're going to do a better job. I understand everybody deserves a good wage and stuff like this, but life can't stand still. We can't stay with these archaic ways of things we're doing. What been going on since the 1970s can't be doing in the 2000s. We'll be stuck in the past. I remember my friend in high school. He went to become a longshoreman because that's a premier job here in the States. Baltimore, Houston, Miami, New Jersey. These were the ports, and people come. Cars get stolen, shipped to different places. You know what I mean? Goods come in, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of y'all don't know, a lot of y'all goods are made overseas. They're not even made here. So,
correct.
You know what I mean? Uber Eats is in San Francisco, has replaced drivers with robots, 100%. And I'm all for it. I'm all about evolution. And
But what about the major people? What about the major people that are trying to get jobs in? How can the people survive?
You're gonna have to
robots?
No. Learn how to build the robots. Learn how to fix them. We have to evolve. We have to evolve. We have to listen. There's a thing, Churchill. When World War I or II came, Churchill had signed a declaration where he wanted to switch from coal to oil on their battleships. The people was against it. They said, we're going to lose jobs. All the coal shipper, these are the guys that were now. But when they switched to oil, they was a lot faster, quicker to shoot down things. We can't stop this. They're going to do this, and they're going to do this. Listen, when they had the, and I'm going to land this with this, when they had the strikes, and look at the trucking industry, autonomous trucks are coming. They got robots. Jordan can speak on this. They got robot places flipping burgers. They got robots coming. It's already in California.
Yeah,
we can't stop this.
I know it's here. I know it's here. But my thing is, I'm talking about because remember at the end of the day, it's the people. Robots not people. Those are machines. And then what happened? The machine goes against the people. Then what? Because we're not the one building the machine. You get what I'm saying? So I'm good for automation. Automation, of course, we living in a technology world. Technology changing the world. We moving things. Look, we doing podcasting right now on technology. I'm not saying technology is bad, but at the same time, you still need human beings to operate certain things. Because if the machine get manufactured, something goes wrong. Because not too long ago, it was recent. They say Verizon right now had a technical issue with the phone network.
Mm-hmm.
So it stops going. How can people get home? Because some people don't even know their direction to home without using a GPS system, which is bad though. That is bad. Like you need a GPS system to find your way home. So that's the world we're living in on High King. So yes, evolution is good. I agree with you. But at the same time, We still dealing with a human race. We're not dealing with a robot race here. That's a man-made stuff.
Look what narrative and dialogue just say. He says, hold on. He says the new Tesla trucks are now police in San Francisco.
Yeah, I saw that training. I saw that recently.
And he talking about the cyber trucks, right?
Yeah, I saw it.
I want to say this, Hakeem.
But then, like, look, then now people ain't gonna be in the police force. Then you still have people left over. What about the people that left over? How can we survive? Because homelessness now, I don't think you know it. Homelessness right now is being controlled to the point that they don't want people on the streets anymore. They're doing that in Florida.
100%. 100%. And listen, we need better laws to fix those.
But go ahead, Jordan.
I want to say this too, and I learned this too. I talked about this with somebody. Me and my wife was talking about this too. This was like months ago. We was going out to eat and everything. And when it comes to AI technology and everything, you might see more technology over here in California than you might see in Florida or Texas or somewhere in the Midwest and everything. And what's the big factor of that is how people is in demand for it. Because it's like here in California, it's a big demand in here in California. It might not be a big demand when it comes to maybe a Midwest cities like states like Michigan, Chicago, Wisconsin, and everything. And also too, also climate is a big part of it as well. Because let's say we have all these robots here in California, right? You look at the climate we're in. Comes with weather. Unless you send it into a Midwest city, which is super cold and everything, and then the machine can't really work like that. If the blizzard comes in, right, like a big blizzard comes, and also the machine might malfunction and everything because it's too cold like that. That's why you'll see a lot of Teslas in the Midwest cities or in northeast cities, because when it comes to Teslas, when it gets like cold and everything, it's hard to open your doors. You can't really open your doors when it gets ice and everything. You can't open your doors and everything. So that's why you see a lot of Teslas in the Midwest cities or in northeast cities as well. You might see them like in the South, here in the West Coast, and Florida as well. So when it comes to robots technology, it comes with a climate, and that's why I kind of want to go back to the what the strikers on and everything. It definitely depends on the climate they're in. There might be people experience the ports different from Port of Miami or the ports in Fort Lauderdale compared to ports that's in Texas or ports that's in Baltimore or something like that. The climate. I think that when it comes to like the climate, it could be. I could see it could be changed and everything, but when it comes to the people on strike, I think when it comes to them fight for and everything, they could definitely see like the climate hasn't changed enough that we might not need robots just yet. So that's why I think one of the reasons they're trying to fight for and everything, and also for pay, which I'm big on that, better insurance, all that type of things as well. So I just think right now how the climate is right now, I think it's not ready to go to the next level yet. I don't think we're advanced to go to that next level yet, because we're not seeing it spread around already around a lot of these different states and everything. Could it work in Florida? Cool. Can it work in Texas? Cool. Can it work here in California? Cool. When it comes to like northeast states, when it comes to like climate, when it comes to the fall or winter time, it might be a little bit different. You might get a little bit more malfunction coming up in northeast in these northern states than you might be in the southern states and also the West Coast and everything. So, with that being said, I don't think when it comes to like the AI, I don't think we're ready just yet, because usually you see all these AIs and robots and everything. You see these up in the northern California, Hakeem. That's what we talk about San Francisco so much. Here in LA, I see a little, but I don't see it advancing just yet. So for me, I still got a little bit more time, maybe another 10, 15 years and everything. And eventually, you're right, Hakeem, we do have to evolve. But right now, I don't think we're ready for that climate right now. We're in right now, I don't think we're ready. Not just yet. I think we got more years to come by still to get to AI, which we all believe is going to come next. But not right now. I think we got another 10, maybe 15 years left.
But how can you say something that was very profound? You say like the poor workers are a lot of them are dealing with risky with like risky jobs. That's why you gotta pay them. Pay them.
No, I
The
agree
way they're
with you.
getting paid is not getting paid. The health benefits not that good. The union's not doing a really good job when it comes to the aspect of protecting them. So to me, them going on strike is a good thing, and I think they need to pay them by the end of this week because they can't wait too long for 2 weeks because we're going close to the holiday season. A lot of people gonna be upset that they don't have their holiday gift on time for the season. Go ahead, Jordan. What you was
And I
gonna
want to
say?
say one more thing too. Hurricane Ellie just passed, right?
Yes, it
that
is.
that that, that definitely impacts supports and everything. So when it comes to natural disasters and everything, you want to make sure you're nice and good. When it comes to PTO, health insurance, all that type of things, if a natural disaster hits, if they want something better with a natural disaster hits, because they could bring that hurricane that just passed Florida, the Carolinas, and everything, because hurricane can pass through all these ports that's in Texas, Florida, and all these northeast coast as well. So when it comes to natural disaster, what are you going to do to compensate stuff for that if we can't work for like a week or so? Because what we had a category 4 or 5 hurricane that just messed up everything, and we can't work for 2 or 3 weeks, or sometimes even a month from now. So that right there, that needs to be talked about as well, which I know they are as well. I just want to say that as well.
But pay these people. But I know the people ain't gonna prolong too long to strike because at the end of the day, rent is almost due. So these people still gotta get paid. But at the same time, just pay them. It shouldn't be that hard of a negotiation. Okay, we're gonna give you guys better wages, better health care, better for retirement, and you guys should be fine. Hell, they send billions of dollars to the Ukraine. Why not send billions of dollars to your own people? Pay them.
They just sent $500 million to Taiwan. About this, they sent $500 million to Taiwan a couple days ago.
Prioritize the American people. That's why people will bad Trump all you want to, but one statement I do stand on: America first. Take care of your people first, then worry about other people next. Take care of them. Take care of the poll workers. They're working. They're working hard at the port. It's a very dangerous job. I know somebody I know personally that's doing it now. Very
Yeah.
dangerous job. These people need to be paid at the same time because they're trying to make sure your goods being right to where it needs to be. But like I said, they prolong this. People gonna have a long time getting cars repaired, Christmas gifts, holiday season stuff gonna be very expensive because that thing on a rack ain't gonna be fully in abundant. It's gonna be a small percentage of people gonna be tripping. That video game that's about to come out in December, people won't be able to have it. Go ahead.
I had a question. What's like in Florida? I don't know the minimum wage for other states, but what's the minimum wage when you work at the port, Hakeem? Y'all know?
Oh
I think
my
the minimum
God.
wage I think 18, 17, right?
Oh, it should
No,
be
it's
more than
it's
that.
it's a little bit more. So here's the thing. You can't, since the union controlled this, I remember this vividly. You can't go out there without signing up for the union. You can go as a
Yeah.
day labor, but you still got to sign up with the union. Now back then, for you to get on with the union was $1,000 to get on with the port
Okay.
union. And once you get your card, you can go out there and you can start working every day. You know what I mean? And there's people who had experience with the cranes and stuff. They got paid a little bit more and stuff like that. So
Yeah, because the crane. Why? Because the crane's more dangerous. I'm saying,
yeah.
pay them. They dealing with dangerous jobs to make sure the goods is going where it needs to go. But I'm telling you, there's gonna be a major problem if they prolong it. To me, the Biden administration is the worst administration because they take so long for everything, but they're so quick to help overseas.
So
Be quick.
I like
Go
that you
ahead.
say that, but let me tell you something. Whenever people instead of coming to the table and brokering a deal that makes sense, that both people can party, when you start to protest on certain things, the people say, okay, no problem. We'll give you what you want for it now, and then we'll fix your ass later. Go and look at McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King, Popeyes, and all these other people. People say
True.
we
Good
need
point.
higher wages. You
Yes.
go in there, is you can order on the app now. They got the manager. They don't got nobody at the front desk. The
True. At the
manager has
kiosk.
to
Correct.
you at the kiosk. You got to order and do that. So now the food is a lot more expensive. You can't even. It's harder to get a job now in these places because they got the set number of people. Come on. So
No,
they're gonna.
one a content creator. I'm not content. A comment was asking what's the minimum wage in Florida. But go ahead. I can't finish your thought
Um.
first. Then you can
Hey
answer that.
Google, what's the minimum wage in Florida?
I think it's 12, right?
I found these results on search.
$13.
Close.
Yeah, to close it's $13, and in some places it's like 15.
So how can you do make a point then? Because McDonald's is if they rise the minimum wage up, look now it's hard for McDonald's now.
Listen,
because I think the quarter pounder is like what $13.
Oh my God! Listen, I went and got a fish at Wendy's. It was $11.
Was the combo or just a sandwich?
Why don't get the combo or the
sandwich?
The combo.
Why you don't get the value meal? You know, they say McDonald's is extending the value meal.
No, I wanted the Pollock. I wanted the Pollock fish with the tartar sauce. It was $11. Back in the days, it was $5 for everything. Bro, let's get this shit back cheaper. I want the robots to come. Listen, robots. AI.
I'm sick of Hakeem. Hakeem, you want to be one of the people that going to destroy the world.
I'm ready.
Hakeem ain't ready for it. Hakeem ain't ready for it. He just talking.
I've been on Coursera studying AI stuff. I don't care what them niggas is talking about. I'm trying to evolve. AI, robots, take over. Listen, my next car I'm gonna go get is an electric car. It's time to evolve. We can't
when McDonald's ice cream comes like $4?
Yeah, man. And listen, he's in California. It's getting expensive. Yo, you can listen.
San Fran, yeah.
And listen, the cones are getting smaller now. Come on, man. He said a $5. Come on, man.
No, but they do got the $5 meal. But anyhow, I'm telling you, Hakeem, the issue is they keep sending money overseas. Keep the money here. Let the money circulate. I'm telling you, that's going.
You're right.
One of the ways that's gonna fix the problem.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say that's the majority that's gonna fix the problem. That's one of the ways. You send billions of dollars in Ukraine. Say that you leave that billions of dollars here. Help the people out here. Help your American people out.
I agree with you, but I want to say, but here's the funny thing: is this is where I gotta blame Americans at, and narrative and dialogues can speak on this. I lived in Massachusetts, and I want to say something, and this was very astounding to me. When you are at places where there's so much money flowing, there's programs around so you can do this. I remember this one day. It was me talking to a homeless guy, and he said, "Man, I'm trying to get something going." But behind us was a building where they say, "Come get free training to become a solar installer." And I said, "Yo, man, look at this." He said, "I ain't trying to do that shit." I say, "This is a $60,000, $70,000 job a day." He said, "I ain't trying to install no solar." That's what the guy told me. So imagine.
They had benefits on there too?
Yeah. It was free training.
Yeah, you should have took the training. See, that's different. It was free. I would have took the training. It's free training.
Yeah, me too. That's free money.
You know what I'm saying? So look, every city we go to, even places like San Francisco and Seattle, where there's so much tech, they offering free training to people. Say, "Hey, come learn to be a data analyst. Come learn to be a web developer." These are the new truck drivers and ditch diggers. You get your A+ certification. This is where we're heading to. We don't need to physically work with our hands anymore. We have to work with this now, and this is what people are not understanding. You got to learn to evolve. If not, you're going to be poor for the rest of your life.
I agree. No, I do agree with that. I do agree with on development and not only that, also development with the new technology. But my issue is because right now in this current moment, you do have the workers right now are not working.
Yeah.
Because they're not getting a good paid service. They're not getting a good paid wages. So that's hurting the economy.
Let them keep protesting. They're gonna get replaced with AI. Don't y'all get calls with the AI voices handling y'all business? Don't y'all text now? So, I can't remember the last time I actually had to speak to somebody unless it was
everything through the phone. Yeah, me too. It's rare. It's rare.
It's rare now.
On the phone for an hour, and you be on the phone for an hour, and you talking to someone overseas.
Yeah.
Not even someone in America.
This is what I'm telling you.
That's the crazy thing.
Yeah.
That's the crazy thing. So it's a sad day, but we gotta develop. But right now, because of the protesting, they need to get that resolved fast and swiftly. Don't wait. I'm telling you, don't wait. Don't wait 2 weeks. The government, don't wait 2 weeks. I'm telling you, it's gonna be really bad out here. It's gonna be really, really bad. But let's see how the Biden administration do. And remember, they want another debate. If Trump was able to do that debate, he could use that against them and say, "Look, you see, they're not taking care of the people." That's a good trademark for him.